Hey, it's Joe. I got another question here. This is from Joseph Ball. He says, my real estate investing question deals with REOs, real estate owned. These are bank-owned properties. I have read that all REOs must first be listed in the MLS for 3 full days before any offers are considered. Then I've read that they must stay 12 days for first-time home buyers and public entities, and then public entities. So investors do not have the first shot, only after 15 days. My question, is this correct? And if so, how can realtors advertise, I will send you REOs before the MLS, before they hit the MLS? So that's my question. All right, Joseph, real estate owned is how that's determined on who they're going to sell it to is determined by the bank. HUD, VA, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, individual banks, they all have different policies about how they sell their properties. You're probably talking about HUD or Fannie Mae here that have, that with all their foreclosures, they make them available to homeowners first, especially with HUD and VA, because they want homeowners to live in these properties rather than investors to buy them, and they want to make those available. So they put them on the market to those people first. And then once they've reached that deadline, then they'll open them up to investors. And they keep fluctuating on these times. And we're always trying to bid on the first day they become available to investors if we're buying those properties for cash. So that's one thing you have to look at. And if you have a good realtor that you're working with who knows how to search for properties and you know what you're trying to look for, the type of property that you're looking for, then you can put that criteria into the MLS, and when that property comes in the market, it'll show up. I've got a really excellent lady who does that for me. She goes out and looks at the properties. She knows when we can bid on them. If they, if they don't get bought by an individual, then we bid on them on that particular day, and that's good. I've also heard stories, and I haven't done this personally, but I've also heard stories of nonprofits where you can donate money to a nonprofit and that nonprofit can make an offer. And I don't even know the legality of that, but I have heard of people doing that as well, so that you can make the offer before it becomes available to other investors. I choose not to do that that way because we've got enough deals coming in that I'm happy with what we've got. But that might be another option for you if it's legal. So I hate to give legal advice here because I don't know on that. And REOs are designed for people who are going to buy properties and turn around and flip them. You got to pay cash for an REO. You're not going to be able to do terms. You're not going to be able to do rent to buy. You're not going to be able to buy these properties on terms at all. So that means you got to have cash. I have cash to invest. Not everybody listening to this video has the kind of cash that I have to invest. If you do, great. Make sure you know what your exit strategy is on the property that you're buying, because they're a lot harder to sell these days. So if you buy a property that you're going to fix, flip, and use that money to buy another one and fix and flip it, you better know that it takes longer to sell these properties, and your profit margins are going to be smaller if you want to be able to move it. So keep your profit margins, keep your prices down so that you can sell it as quickly as possible, but also know that you're going to be dealing with usually an FHA buyer, which means they're going to do an appraisal, and appraisals are having a hard time coming in these days, because if you're buying an REO, that means you bought it for a lot less than you're selling it for. So that may mean that the other lender is not going to make a loan on the property at the higher price because they see the comp that you bought it for $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 less than what you're selling it for. So keep that in mind as you do this. And I suggest that you buy properties and you buy them as rental properties, and you put your money in good, solid, passive investment properties, which, by the way, I sell passive investment properties. If you've got cash to invest, I can get you, 13, 14, 15, 16% return on your investment on a turnkey package that's already been rehabbed, that already has a tenant in place, that we know what the problems are and have been fixed. We buy them. We don't know if the water runs in these properties. We don't know what the issues are. We get in and usually get some kind of surprise. We have good management in place to fill these properties. I sell from my own portfolio, so I buy and sell from my own portfolio. I don't partner with others at this time on those kind of properties. Occasionally with my mentor students on those types of properties, but. So anyway, that's hopefully that answers the question. Use some of the other techniques that I teach. Don't deal with REOs unless you have a lot of money to invest. All right, thanks.